Hi everyone, I'm Cathy Roe and we are on a mission to flatten out those bat wings. And it takes specific exercises that target the tricep. Now to do this, we can't let your tricep get adapted to the same workout all the time. So I have 3 15-minute videos that we are going to use for our strategy. This one is with weights. Now, if you're just getting started, you might just want to use 3-pound weights, but your body is going to adapt. So we want to raise the weights every few weeks. We'll start with 2 or 3, and every couple of weeks, add a little bit more weight until we can work up to maybe 8 or 10 pounds. We're going to start off with some tricep kickbacks. We're going to do 3 sets, 1 minute each, but we're going to mix it up a little bit in every set. So we'll start to the side with your knees bent. Now you see my weights are right there at my hips. I call that guns in the holster. So we want the guns never to come in front of the holster. And the elbows, they're squeezing back towards each other. With those knees bent, we're gonna start out 2 counts in, 2 counts out. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is nice and slow. Our first set through is at this tempo, but we're gonna keep mixing it up so that tricep doesn't get used to any one thing. Now it doesn't hurt to pull your tummy in. Elbows are really back there. Remember, we never want to come in front of guns in the holsters. Nice and slow on that way in. Elbows stay up there, squeezing towards each other. Keep it going. We're almost there. We're in the home stretch. So you keep the elbows high, way back there. We're leaning slightly forward. Tummy is tight. We're going to stretch in between each set. So set those weights down. We're going to take the elbow and just pull it back this way. It's going to stretch out the tricep. But be careful when you do that not to jut your chin forward, but keep the ears over the shoulders. We don't want to sacrifice our posture. See, we're not pressing the head forward like this, but we lift it up, right up, ears over the shoulders. Little shoulder roll, and we are ready for set number 2. Set number 2, we're still doing those kickbacks, but we're gonna change the tempo. Get the guns in the holster, press the shoulders back. Weights never come in front of guns in the holster. Here we go. We're on the fast count now. So we just shake it up a little bit. Keeping your chin and head in one line with your spine. We're pulling up those abs. Elbows are back there squeezing. Tummy is up. I know it's easy to let go of those abs, isn't it? Now, if this ever gets necky or starts to bother your shoulders, we need to not have that heavy of weights that gives us that feeling. So, if you are getting that feeling in your neck or shoulders, you want to lighten up the weights or take a break. Ooh, we're almost done with that set. Great. Knees bend, drop the weights. Remember when we do our tricep stretch, we don't want to stick the neck forward, but keep it right there on top of the shoulders, ears over the shoulders. And it's like your elbow goes straight up, and then you pat yourself on the back. Lifting that head on top of the shoulders. A little bit more stretching this time, so put your hands in front of you, and it's like your pinky fingers stretch towards each other. Arms forward and up. We have one more set of those kickbacks like that. Everything down and shoulder rolls. But we always want to take that little break in between our sets. Our next set, we're going to change the tempo. So we're going to go 3 and 1, then 1 and 3. After 30 seconds. I know, let me show you how it goes. So you come on down, guns in the holster, elbows back. Extend for 3, 2, 1. Come in, 1 count. 3, 2, 1, and we're in. 3, 2, see what I mean? 3 and 1. 2, 1. Bring it in. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. And it's 3, 2. Elbows are high back there. 3, 2, 1, and it's in. Now we're going to change it to out 1 and in 3. Ready? Here we go. 1, in, in. Out quick. 2, 3, 4. We're out quick, slowly in. I know, it burns. Out, slowly in. Here we go. It's out. Now remember, if this bothers your neck or your shoulders, it's time to take a break. Okay, let's take it down. Knees bend. Here comes our tricep stretch. Remember, the ears are over the shoulders, tummy is tight, elbows straight up. Let's do the other side. Head is over the ears, over the shoulders. Your head never needs practice going forward of your shoulders, right? It's sort of a posture we want to overcome. Arms to the front, stretch them up. And then pinky fingers to the back. And little shoulder rolls. We are ready for our next set. For our next set, the weights are going to be up and a little bit behind us. And because we're putting weight behind us, we want to have a little weight in front of us too. So you're going to bend your knees. Now tuck your hips under. See that tuck? It really activates the gluteus maximus, so we're getting a little glute advantage as well. Here we go, knees are bent, tuck under, so you don't have anything sticking out behind you. Then elbows hug the head. Here we go, up and down. We're on that simple, even tempo. Remember that the ears are hugging the head. I'm going to face you. So we don't want the elbows to go out there. Trying to keep the weights together so they're touching. And I'm going to turn so that you can see I'm even letting them hang down a little bit. Now remember to keep that tummy tight and keep the hips tucked under, because if you stick them out and back, there's just too much weight back there with the weights back there too. Coming up on 1 minute. Under, under, under in the hips. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. We're going to stretch it out. So we always want to stretch out in between our sets. And this is the classic tricep stretch. Ears over the shoulders. Pat yourself on the back. Other side. Ears over the shoulders. Both arms out and up. Ooh, keep the shoulders down, and then we're going to pinkies touch together. Give it a little pulse back and shoulders. We're still going to do the same exercise, but this time we change the tempo. So we're going to be going up for 3, down for 1, 3 and 1. Here we go, bend the knees, tuck it under, arms on top. Now squeeze those elbows together, and it goes 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. Get those elbows to really squeeze the side of your head So we don't want them splaying out to the side. And down. We're 3, 2, 1. Elbows in, tummy up. Now remember, you've got those hips tucked under a little bit. And down. 3, 2, 1. Trying to keep the ears over the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. And down. 3, 2, 1. And down. Tummy under. 3, 2, 1. And down. One more. 3, 2, 1. And down. Put the weights right there on your shoulders. And then we bend the knees and set the weights down. Here's our stretch. Ears over the shoulders. We're practicing a good posture there. Other side, pat yourself on the back. Keep the ears over the shoulders. Both arms stretch out and overhead. Pinky fingers together, chest lifts, and some shoulder rolls. Well, I guess you can imagine what our next set is. It's 1 and 3. Bend the knees, tuck the pelvis under. Ears are covered by your elbows. 1, 2, 3, and down. And lift, 2, 3, slowly. Lift, 2, 3. So we come up quick, come down slow. It goes quick, slowly down. Keep that tailbone under. Quick up, slowly down. Now we're going to do this tempo for about half the time of our 1 minute. And then we're going to change to little pulses that go up, up. So this changed the tempo again. It's not a very big movement, but ooh, it's a good grand finale. Little pulses, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're right on that pulse. Now remember to keep the hips tucked under. Weights right there on your shoulders. Oh, I know. Knees bend. I know, my triceps are on fire. Let's take this back. It's those little pulses at the end that kind of, they're like the icing on the cake. Other side, you know what to do. Elbows straight up, ears over the shoulders. Arms forward. We just keep repeating these stretches in between. Pinky fingers together. Lift the chest. And shoulder rolls. Our next set, you could easily do laying down on the floor with your knees bent, facing up or supine. But many people aren't a fan of getting up and down off the floor. So if you would rather, we can get an ottoman or maybe in your bed even, someplace that you can sit that would kind of emulate a bench at the gym. So we're going to come to our backs. Now the weights are going to go above our head, and let me show you this a little more closely. When we're above our heads, we are going to leave the elbows in the exact place that they are, lower the weights, and then lift them again, leaving the elbows in the exact same place. So here we go. We're going to shake it up with the tempos. So the weights are lifted right above your head and leave the elbows right where they are. Now as the weights come down, the palms face the ceiling. It's down for 2 and up for 2. Now press your back into the floor or into your ottoman, as the case may be. Elbows stay where they are. Down, 2, and lift. Tummy is tight, pushing the back down so we protect the lower back. Elbows stay right where they are. So the weights come up a little bit to the top of our head. We're down 2 counts and up. So we call this 2 and 2. 2 counts down, 2 counts up. Down, 2, elbows are lifted to the ceiling. Right there. Down, 2, up, 2. Keeping the back down, using your abs to do it. Now, we are going to take the weights to your hips, then you sit up. So we don't ever want to sit up with the weights. Let's take one arm behind, the other arm behind. We're still doing our same stretch. And as you can imagine, we're going to change the tempo on the next one. Arm stretch. Pinky fingers behind, stretch out the chest. It's gonna feel so great. And shoulders down, a little shoulder roll. The second set through, we are going to be 3 and 1. So we'll come down for 3 and up for 1. Ready? Here we go, 1 minute. Now press that tummy so that your back stays on the floor. Here we go, 3, 1, lift up. 3, 2, 1, so it's slow motion down. Then we're up, elbows are right there, kind of equal to where your ears are. And lift up, 3, 2, 1, and lift. And 3, 2, 1. Now for the last part of this little set, we're gonna come halfway down, just halfway. Now look, we pulse, pulse, little pulses up, just little pulses up. So for the last part of this set, we change the tempo again to these little tiny pulses. Hands come into the hip sockets, then we roll up. Here's our stretch. Only one more set to go. Other side, stretching it back. Both arms up. Just feels great to do this stretch. Arms to the front, pinky fingers, chest opens up. And some shoulder rolls. Now this is the opposite of what we just did, so we're gonna come down 1 and up 3. Then little pulses. Okay, let's set it up. Elbows stay in the exact same spot. 1, slow, slow, up. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, up 2, 3. Hold that tummy tight. 2, 3, and 4. Down 1. So we want those weights kind of to the top of your head or a little behind. 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your chin is down so that your neck is not crunched. Now hold it right there. Little pulse. 2, 4, 7, and 8. It's super tiny. Elbows are not moving. It's just from the elbows to the hands that are moving. Ooh, okay. We're gonna take the weights to your hip sockets, then roll up. Well, that was a great tricep workout for today. But remember, we want to keep shaking it up so your body doesn't adapt. Because once it adapts, it doesn't change. So we want things to change. We keep shaking it up between the weights, the bands, and no equipment. Pinky fingers back. And the tempos. That way we keep your body a little bit confused and keeping up with the results that we want. Now remember, your next workout will not be the free weights. They'll be either the bands or the no equipment workout. And remember, we want to do it every other day or 3 to 4 times a week. So if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss a workout.